Hey everyone, and welcome to day 12 of my horror movie review marathon, and I will be reviewing for you guys Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock pushes the boundaries in this horror thriller called Psycho, in which Janet Leigh plays a woman who comes across a mysterious man named Norman Bates at his motel while seemingly on the run. The movie starts out to the point where immediately you are intrigued by these characters. I haven't seen a movie in black and white in a long time, and I think I've gained more of an appreciation of movies that are made in this medium. He does a good job at presenting his characters on screen. I liked how the camera zooms in on Leigh's Marion Crane while she is driving on the road while it's raining. At first I can't tell if she's hearing voices in her head of the people that she knows in her life and that they're just worried about her, or she's thinking about what they would say and she's sort of playing that in her head, a little scenario, because she's a little bad girl. She's done some pretty bad things. She stole some money from her boss. That's not good. Don't steal money, kids. Otherwise, bad things will happen. But the expression on her face seems to change at that moment, and I was more concerned about her driving skills because it was dark and raining. She already tried getting out of talking to a cop. When she goes to the Bates Motel, stuff was going to go down. I just knew that from the start, obviously, whether or not you've seen this movie. Anthony Perkins plays Norman Bates, who seems like a nice guy at first, just trying to make a living at this almost rundown motel. The key scene that really sold me on his character was when he was watching her eat, and then he starts talking about stuffing things. Of course, he did make a claim saying it was his profession. I don't think so. I'll be guilty and say I already knew what was going to happen in this movie later on. I just love how awkward Bates seems, especially when he's having these social conversations and being in these social situations. So it's pretty crazy. My favorite line of his that he says was when he says a boy's best friend is his mother. He just seems very stoic and doesn't even blink when he's speaking at times. So you're wondering what Marion must be thinking, watching him, talking to her and stuff like that. I also noticed a few things that Hitchcock did that reminded me of his past movies. Bates has a thing for birds, which could almost be reminiscent to The Birds, which came out, and that he likes to make movies about guys who have mommy issues. From the musical score to the production design, this movie is pretty good at creating that element of suspense. Can we please talk about that house on the hill where Norman Bates and his mother live? Was pretty freaky. It was almost chilling to look at because it's always dark and there's only a few rooms that have lights in it. And let's talk about that shower scene, shall we? Oh, you know the one. At that time, when this movie came out, I wonder how many people were afraid of taking showers. I would be too if I saw somebody coming at me with a knife. This scene was pretty brilliant, and it's one that sticks with you, and I think it's one of the most iconic murder scenes in movie history, obviously. It makes me really curious about the character of Norman Bates, because he reacted to his mother, and he goes and just disposes of the body in the car, ending with a smile. It was really devious. That doesn't scare anybody. I don't know what does. This movie really messes with the psychological aspects and of a thriller and tried to sink into the protagonist's psyche. These elements really had me engaged from beginning to end. I think this is by far one of Hitchcock's best films. I've only actually seen about 5 of them that he's made, and he's made a lot. Is that he can push certain boundaries when telling a story. Overall, I thought this movie was pretty good and really inspired me to watch more of his films, as well as even old black and white films. I would recommend seeing this if you haven't. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Psycho. And what is your favorite Hitchcock film? As always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews and movie updates. Come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.